Hello and welcome to Soulful Success. I'm your host, Janelle Chiara, and we are back with the first episode that I am recording for YouTube. So if you are new here, hi, welcome to Soulful Success. If you're currently listening on Spotify, I will add the link in the show notes so that you can now go and watch this podcast on YouTube. I have been wanting to do this for so long. And it is now December and I'm finally around to doing it. So this is going to be one of the best episodes anyway, because it is our end of year episode. We are going to be speaking about how you can make 2025 your best year yet. We're going to be speaking about how to break those bad habits, how to stop self-sabotaging, creating some healthy habits, and doing all of the healing and inner work that you need to do to become the best version of yourself next year. I have recently been reading Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and also Supernatural, and it has really inspired this episode. He talks about how personality and how you can create your own reality by breaking who you used to be and stepping into the person that you actually really want to be. So as usual, we're going to be speaking spirituality, we're going to be backing it up with some psychology, and we're also going to be speaking about some of the things that I've seen online that just go all together with this. So let's dive into this episode. Let's take some time to reflect on 2024. 2024 has been a crazy year. And for most people, I feel like they have been feeling the effects of it being an 8 year, which means it has been quite comic. There's been lots of lessons to be learned. I keep seeing a meme going around that's like, you couldn't pay me to do this year again. And girl, I feel you, because I have been going through the trenches in 2024 too. But let's take some time to actually reflect so that we can use those lessons to propel us forward into 2025 and make sure that the lessons are learned, we're changing, we're transforming, and we are evolving to become the best versions of ourselves, and just to kind of really level up. Like, let's just learn the lessons now, take them away, and just move forward. The first step is to recognize these patterns so that we can actually break them. That's what we need to do. Okay, we need to recognize where we're at, we're going to acknowledge them, and then we're going to break these barriers down. And we are going to start off with breaking the bad habits. When January comes around, we always want to do these New Year's resolutions. And sometimes these New Year's resolutions only last for a couple of months. But because we are going to be disciplined, we're going to be dedicated, we're going to set some New Year's resolutions, and these are going to be the habits that we want to break. Now, I've actually stuck to a New Year's resolution, which was in going into 2021. I decided to stop smoking cigarettes. Ew, I know, ew. How did I ever used to smoke cigarettes? Disgusting, vile, never going to be that girl ever again. And girl, if that is you, then we are going to stop doing that, okay? But it was actually the first New Year's resolution that I ever stuck to. It was going to 2021, and I've not smoked cigarettes since. So if I can do it, you can do it. Let's figure out what those habits are. So while I'm speaking to you on this podcast, get to thinking, get to writing. If you're somewhere with a notepad and a pen, and start to figure out what are those bad habits that you want to break. Are you someone that smokes? Do you want to quit alcohol? Do you want to quit being lazy? Are you scrolling on your phone too much? Like, what is it that you're doing now that is not allowing you to move to that next level in your life, that is not aligning with the person that you actually really want to be? Awareness is actually the key here. So now that you've figured it out, the next thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to replace that habit. We're not just going to remove it. Let me give you an example. If you are someone that scrolls at nighttime on your phone and you want to stop being a scroller, you need to replace the habit. Because you have this habit, a habit means it's something that you do repetitively. Your brain then starts to build these habits, and that then becomes your personality. That then becomes something that you just automatically do. A lot of our habits are things that we just do subconsciously. We don't think about them, we just do them. If you're someone that scrolls on your phone, rather than scrolling on your phone, buy a book. If you have an iPhone, the Books app is amazing, or download Audible. That is the only way that I actually read books, by the way, is on my phone, because when I'm in bed at night time, I don't want to be flicking on lights. That's just another excuse. So the way that I overcome this is just by reading on my phone. That also stops me from scrolling at nighttime. So there's an idea if that's something that you do. You have to form these new neurological actions in order to break the habit. So like I said, your brain is just so used to doing that thing, replace it. When you remove it completely, that's when it becomes hard to stick to. And that's when you fall into old patterns because your brain's looking for something to do. Like if you're someone that has a sweet treat after your dinner, which is such a habit that I do, I've just got like this sweet tooth. Every time I eat something, I want to eat something sweet. When you completely remove that, your brain still wants something. So then you could replace that with a glass of water. Even though it's not the same, it's just still a go to. It's something that follows on because sometimes the habit also is an action and then a reaction. So then eating dinner is then followed by a reaction of having something sweet. So once you eat dinner and then you have water, it's still a reaction. There's still something there for your brain to grasp onto. Because if you don't already know, your brain works against you. That little voice in your head, like, it's just not on our side. So we have to work really hard. This is the thing as well. This work, this spirituality work, this healing work, this self development and becoming the best version of yourself, it's work. It's actually work. You need to incorporate this into your life like you would a 9 to 5. If you want to meditate, if you want to do yoga, if you want to go to the gym, if you want to eat healthy, it requires work. It's not something that's automatic for you. If it was, you would already be where you want to be. So therefore, you have to incorporate it into your life like it is work, and you have to work at it. You're not just going to meditate one day and then be great at meditation. It's repetitive. It's doing it time and time again until it then becomes a habit, and that's then going to be a good habit, and then it becomes normal. We have to rewire our brains. It's hard, okay? It's hard. But nothing that's easy in life is worth having, right? Also, to break habits, we have to have a new personality. You need a new personality in order to gain your new reality. This means that when you are about to scroll on your phone, you have an option. And it's at that moment that you need to make the decision from your future self, from the person that you actually want to be, not the person that you are now. The person that you are now will scroll. The person that you want to be reads books. So it's in those small decisions where you actually start to break the habit of being yourself and shift into a new reality. This is quantum leaping. This is quantum physics. This is how you get there. It's these small decisions. And this is what people don't realize and actually comprehend, that it's not the big actions. It's not starting the business. It's the small everyday decisions that you switch that then help you to become the person that you really want to be. It's those small decisions. And all you need to do is stop, slow down, and be more present. Automatically, you're going to want to scroll. But at that point, if you just pause, don't react, and then make an actual decision of what it is that you want to do, you'll make a better decision. Now that we have cleared the space from these bad habits, it's time to start incorporating new habits. This was actually the first part of my journey into self development in 2022. My friend sent me a video on TikTok of a girl called Shelby Sacco, and she's known as the Habits Girlie. You might know her, you might not. If not, go and search her up. Her life has changed dramatically, and I've watched the growth, and it's been absolutely amazing. So my friend sent me this video of Shelby Sacco, and she was talking about habits, and I was so invested in Shelby that I actually invested in her course. I spent £400 on this course, which was the biggest investment that I'd ever made into a course in my life aside from my degree, because I was so invested. I'd seen her journey. She was up at 5 a.m. She was going to the gym. But not only that, she spoke about like where she came from and where she is now and how she got there through the power of habits. So what she said was, start small. Start with making your bed. Now, my friend posted on Instagram the other day saying that she never makes her bed. And it took me back because I was like, how can you not make your bed? I never used to make my bed. Before 2022, sometimes I would make it, sometimes I wouldn't. But when I started following Shelby and her habits, The first habit that I got into was making my bed every single morning. That is a habit that I've stuck to for over 2 years. Over 2 years. Now it's a habit, which means I just do it automatically. I don't think about it. I just do it. That's it. These small habits are allowing you to trust yourself. It builds this trust, it builds this confidence. The more that we do the things that we say we're going to do, the more trust that we build within ourselves that we can do the bigger things and we can take the bigger steps. So if you're someone that doesn't make your bed, start making your bed. Or maybe start with like a 5 minute meditation. Start with journaling 1 page in the morning. Start with something really, really small, because then you'll start to feel good about yourself. Once you stick to it for like a week, you'll be like, oh, I've done that for the week. I'm so excited. Then you'll be doing it for 2 weeks, and then it will just be a habit. From there, you can now start doing something which is called habit stacking. This means that you take one small habit, you tick that off. That's something that you always do. Then you can add on another habit. So the next habit is going to be, maybe you make your bed and then you meditate for 5 minutes. You've now managed that. The next habit could either be increasing that, so now you do a 10-minute meditation, or you habit stack again. So now you're adding on journaling. That's how you build your morning routine. Sometimes when people want to build morning routines and they go straight in full frontal with trying to do so much, it can be so overwhelming, and that you end up just quitting, because again, your brain works against you. So you're just like, no, it's too much. It's too much. And that's it. I quit. I'm not doing it. It's the same as when people start the gym. Like, if you've ever been someone that wants to start the gym, for some reason, to say we're someone that doesn't go to the gym, why do we then start to be like, yep, I'm going to throw myself in at the deep end. I'm going to go 5 days a week. No, you're not. And I'm not even trying to doubt you. I'm not even trying to put limiting beliefs on your life. Trust me, this is not evil eye. This is me being realistic for once in my delusional life. You are probably not going to go to the gym 5 days a week. Why don't you start with one? Why don't you start with a class? Why don't you start with a walk? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's just go all the way back. Let's go back to basics, babe. Start with a walk. Walk outside. Go to the gym once. Tick that off. I've been once this week. Build it up. I still only go to the gym 3 days a week because that is my capacity. If I go 4, that's fantastic. But as long as I go 3 days a week, I'm happy. You're happy. We're happy. The body's happy. I'm seeing changes. I'm happy with that. Maybe then I'll add on like a class. Maybe I'll add on a little spa day. Maybe I'll add on a walk. At the minute, I'm adding on 10K steps. Build it up. We're building. And once we have these habits, we are going to be celebrating. I was on TikTok, and throughout this podcast, if you're new, by the way, you are going to hear me say, I was on TikTok, because I live on TikTok. That app, if you ever hear me say I've read TikTok, I've watched TikTok, I heard TikTok, okay? I live on that app. I love it. If you don't already, by the way, go and follow me on TikTok at Soulful Success Podcast. A little drop there. I seen a girl on TikTok the other day buy herself a cake. She had the candles 50 because she got 50 followers on TikTok. If that's not celebrating small wins, I don't know what is. I love that for her. I actually went and commented. I shared. I did all of it. I did all of the engagement tools. That's currently trending, okay? Because I love that. This is where you start to like really romanticize your life. This is where you start getting excited for the things that you're doing. And she's going to get to the point where she'll go back to that video when she's got 50K followers. We don't have to have these huge amounts. Well, you don't have to buy yourself a cake. Maybe you don't do that, but just acknowledge, maybe share it with a friend. My friend wanted to get to 5K followers by the end of December. And she messaged me beginning of December, like, I just hit 5K. Yay! That's amazing. Like, let's celebrate. Start to feel good about these things. The more you feel good about the things that you're doing in your life, the more good things that you're welcoming, and the more that you're actually going to stick to your goals because you are celebrating and you're feeling happy about it. Now it's time to do that deep inner work that is not sexy, that is not cool, that is going to make you a little bit sad. Okay, so let me hold your hand while we go through this section. Self-sabotage. There is going to be something that you are doing that is self-sabotaging your life and is not allowing you to live your best life or become the best version of yourself. We all do it. There is something. Maybe you're snoozing your alarm. Maybe you're going out when you don't need to. Maybe you're saying yes to things that you actually need to say no to. There is some sort of self-sabotaging behavior that you are doing right now, and we're going to acknowledge it together. We're going to take a minute, okay? Take a minute, figure it out. We are eliminating it. It is going away for 2025, and we are going to do all the inner work that we need to do to eliminate that, because 2025 is not going to be a great year if you are still doing the things that is harming you in 2024. Sometimes these self-sabotaging behaviors stem from our past experiences. Maybe they stem from trauma. This is the bit, okay? This is the serious bit. We have to do the deep inner work. This is your journaling. This is your therapy. Whichever way you feel like it works for you. I'm a therapy girl. I will always cheerlead for therapy. I'm someone that talks. I don't know if you know, but I love talking, as you can tell. So for me, therapy really works because I want to speak out my problems. I want to say it. I want to get it out there. I want to vent. I love a little vent. Sometimes I'll send voice notes to my friends. By the time I finish recording the voice note, I actually don't send it because I've actually got it out. Sometimes that's all I need to do. Maybe you're someone that doesn't like to speak it out, so you need to journal it out. Journal prompt, therapy prompt, or just something that you can speak to yourself in your car. Why do you have that behavior? Where did it stem from? Where did that thing start? Maybe it's snacking. Maybe it's saying yes to the things that you need to say no to. Maybe it's people pleasing. Where did that start? And once you acknowledge that, you can then start to heal it, because we are on the healing journey. 2025 is all about healing, healthy habits, all the H's, okay? We can start to heal it, then we can eliminate it, then we can become the best versions of ourselves. And then we can be these millionaires. We can be in our rich bitch energy. We can be living our best life, because that is the energy that I'm in for 2025, by the way. And funnily enough, since I said this, since I declared the person that I'm going to be in 2025 is the rich friend, I have been in rich bitch energy. The opportunities have been coming in. Every time I'm on TikTok, I keep seeing these abundance things. I keep seeing videos that you're going to be rich in 2025. I am welcoming it all in. I am welcoming it all in. But in order to do that, I have to do the unsexy stuff. I have to figure out, why do I spend so much? I have to figure out, why am I not somebody that has been into saving? So then I have to really look. And for me personally, I realize that I'm an emotional spender. So if I feel upset, I'll just get myself a little treaty treat. I'll just get a little treat. And I am also somebody who, as much as I understand that I can manifest money in, I take that attitude to the extreme, which means I will spend knowing that it's coming back in, but at the same time, I now need to start saving. Okay, it's a saving year. For me to identify those things, I had to do that deep inner work. So do you. Okay, I'm not going to get into it anymore. That was a little bit personal. I'm trying to connect with you on a deeper level in this podcast, because I feel like I want to be the bestie. I want you to listen, thinking that this is a voice note that your bestie's sending you, or on FaceTime, and we're having a good old chat, and I am helping you to become the best version. And what I'm doing is I'm sharing my own personal experiences, so you know that you are not alone. We are in this together, and we are transforming our lives together. The next step is to visualize. Visualization is such a powerful tool. I can't even begin to explain to you. Scientifically, athletes were put through this study where they visualized winning a race, and their brain let off the same electrons as if they were actually running the race. Your brain does not know the difference between reality and imagination. This is why visualization is such a powerful tool. So once you've got your little habits going on and it's time to habit stack, add on a 5-minute visualization, either in the morning or before you go to bed. This is the most powerful time. One, you're in bed anyway, so you're not doing much. You could have this as a replacement for the bad habit of you scrolling on your phone at nighttime. What I like to do is I like to have some frequency music on, maybe some affirmations, some meditation music, or maybe for you, you just want to lie there in silence. Spend 5 minutes visualizing one of your goals. by now, if you are somebody that tunes into this podcast, you already know we have vision boards. So take something from your vision board and visualize it every single day. Every single person has 5 minutes in their day to do a visualization. I don't care how busy you are, you have 5 minutes before you go to sleep, before you close your eyes. For 5 minutes, you are able to visualize. So visualize yourself, start to feel the emotion, start to feel the excitement. That's how you manifest. You cannot manifest through logic. Manifestation is not logic. The only logic thing about manifestation is the actions that you take. Everything else is felt emotionally. You have to be emotionally connected to the goal in order to even achieve it. I'm going to give you an example. So in 2022, I decided that I was going to Thailand. So before I even booked the flight, before I even knew where I was going, I used to lay there every morning doing my visualization, and I would visualize myself on the beach. That was my visualization. On top of that, I used to have a YouTube on in the background whilst I was doing work of a beach in Thailand. When I got to Thailand, that visualization that I had in my head, I actually experienced, and it nearly made me cry. I cannot even begin to explain to you how powerful this is. The exact beach, the exact thing that I imagined became my reality. Another example of this was on my vision board for 2023. There was a picture that I got off Pinterest of a girl in a black bikini taking a picture leant up against a palm tree. I don't know where this picture was taken, but it just represented travel to me. So I added it to my Pinterest board. April 2023, I went to Dominican Republic and I was on the beach and I just seen this palm tree and it just clicked. I looked down, I'm in a black bikini. So I go and take the picture. It was identical to the picture that I had on my vision board. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. It is literally uncanny. The thing that I put on my vision board and the actual experience was exactly the same. It's unreal. But when you are aligned, when you're actually in that energy of knowing what it is that you want and you're bringing it into your life, the universe says, okay, this is what you want and you will get it. Now, not every time does it look exactly the same. The majority of the time, it really will. The final step in confirming our new identity is our affirmations. Once you're visualizing, once you've got your vision board, once you know your goals, once you know the person that you want to be, I want you to take those things and turn them into words. Our words are powerful. We already know this. And I thought about something the other day. I think I said it on my last podcast, but remember, if you're a millennial or older, remember when we didn't have phones and we used to have to memorize people's numbers? I would say the number 7 times. I don't know where I got it from, but I would repeat it 7 times. And then you would remember. This is what you need to do with your affirmations. Really feel these affirmations, and they have to be in the present tense. So I am going to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I travel the world. I love my beautiful home. I am in love with my perfect partner. Like, say it as if it's already happening. And when you do your affirmations as well, don't just read them through quick. Really feel them. I have an alarm on my phone every single day at 2:30 to read my affirmations. The reason that I do it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 2:30 in the afternoon is because I can just be going about my day, the alarm goes off, and it kind of puts me back in that state of mind. So no matter what happens during the day, no matter what mood I'm in at that moment in time, I'm focused. I'm saying my affirmations. Mine are things like I'm in my divine feminine energy. New opportunity. I seek new opportunity. Oh, not me forgetting now. I receive new amazing opportunities every week. That's my affirmation. I am living my dream life. I am making X amount of money per month. I'm not going to go into the detail, but that is literally the reality that I want to live in. So me repeating that is affirming it back to myself. The old habits are broken. The new habits are in place. It is now time to set our intentions for 2025. Write down your goals for the year. Now, I have something absolutely amazing for you. This is my Manifest Your Dream Life journal. I also have the Manifest Your Dream Life event coming up. So if you are listening to this on Monday, the 16th of December, Wednesday, the 18th of December, I will put a link in the description on YouTube and also on Spotify and Apple. You are going to be able to join me for a 2-hour live masterclass for manifesting your dream life. Now, I have decided to do this every single month, and each month is going to be a different theme. So you can join this every single month. It's going to be different, but this is spending 2 hours with me to really get in depth about how we are going to manifest our dream lives. So this is going more in depth about visualization, affirmations, the healing, the clearing the limiting beliefs, the taking inspired action, and everything else surrounding there. So if you want to spend 2 hours with me, figuring it all out, being part of a little community of other people who are also on the same journey, then join us on Wednesday the 18th. If you are listening to this after, don't worry, there will be another masterclass in January, February, and moving on from there. The Manifest Your Dream Life journal is a journal which helps you to manifest your dream life by setting your intentions every single day. This is a 90-day journal, so you do not need to wait till Monday. You do not need to wait till January. The minute that you get your book, you can set 3 goals of what you want to do for the next 90 days. In there, you have your journaling. This is the future scripting. So as well as visualizing what you want your future to look like, you will be writing down exactly what it is that you want. You'll be writing in the present tense, which is going to manifest that in even more. It has gratitude. It has your affirmations in there. You take one goal and you also then take one step towards your goal. So it's got everything that you need in order to really manifest your dream life and to bring all that in. I will add a link as well if you want to follow on from that. But this is how we're going to set the intentions to become the best version of ourselves in 2025. This is going to be such a good year. I can feel it. You can feel it. Everyone can feel it. There's just something about 2025. I don't know what it is, that we are all on this journey. I think there's something astrologically. I think there's something spiritually. Apparently, we're entering new earth. Whatever it is that you believe in, it's happening. It's coming in. It's happening. I wholeheartedly believe it. And the way that we're going to do this is we are setting our goals and we are achieving them. We're going to be taking aligned action towards those goals. There is no point at all just having these goals on our vision board and looking at them. There's no point just writing them down. We need to be taking small action steps every single day. One of my goals is that this time next year, December 2025, I want 100k followers on TikTok. How am I going to do that? I need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day, every single day on TikTok. That is the commitment that I am making. If I am serious, that is what I'm going to do. I have had this vision and this goal for a couple of years. I've not took it seriously because I've not been posting. I'm taking it serious. We are stepping into this energy where we are taking ourselves seriously, we're being disciplined, and we're doing everything that we possibly can to live our dream life. It takes work. I'm not going to say hard work because that means that you're making it hard and then we're putting hard on it. It could be easy. Who knows? It could be easier than what you think, but it's going to take some work and we are willing to put in the work. We are going to have regular check-ins, okay? So every single Monday, I want you to check in with me. I'm going to check in with you. I'll be asking you how you're getting along, how everything's working for you. Are you doing your goals? This is going to be your weekly check-in every single Monday. So if you commit to watching or listen to this podcast every single Monday, this is your check-in point. This is my check-in point. Again, last year, 2023, 2024, I have not been consistent with the podcast, but again, this is something that I want to manifest into my reality. I want to be one of the biggest podcasts to come out of the UK, and the only way I'm going to do that is by making sure that I show up every single week. So if I show up, you show up, we're showing up, and that is the only way that we're going to make 2025 an absolutely amazing year. But I can feel it. It's going to happen. I am so excited. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first ever YouTube video podcast. If you're listening on the audio platforms, thank you for coming back to listen to Soulful Success. I am so grateful for every single one of you that take time out of your day to listen to my voice, helping you to become the best version of yourself. By taking that step, you're making such a huge commitment. I will be back next Monday on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen or tune in. I will be here, and I hope you will be. See you next week.